The aircraft in real life has been featured twice as an aircraft model. The first time by CNC in 2001, however still in an older livery, and CNC models often aren't that nice compared to other manufacturers. So luckily in 2010, Sky 500 made this model, which we definitely should take a look at. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 747-200F of Saudi Arabian Cargo. At the front of the box we have a cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and underneath that we have the Saudi Arabian Airlines branding. Then on the back side of the box we have a little bit of writing. It says Saudi Arabian Airlines and Boeing 747-400, which of course is a little bit strange because we have a 200 here. Also on the side it says 400, but when we look at the registration code specified here, that is Hotel Zulu Alpha India Uniform, and that is a 200 aircraft. I have checked with other collectors that have this model, and there seem to be some boxes where it says 400 and some boxes where it says 200. Just make sure that you check the aircraft inside the box before you buy it to make sure that you get the correct aircraft. And here she is, the Boeing 747-200F of Saudi Arabian Cargo in the standard livery used at the time this aircraft was still in active service. The aircraft was originally delivered to Saudi in 1989 and was active until February 2014. Since then the aircraft has been marked as stored. But now let us take a closer look at the aircraft model itself, and we start our tour around the model with a look at the tail section, where we on the vertical stabilizer have the Saudi Arabian branding. On the fuselage we then find the full registration code of the aircraft, and towards the tail of the aircraft we also have a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. On top of the fuselage we don't have physical antennas, but we do have them indicated in print, which I think is a reasonable compromise for a Scale 500 model. Across the fuselage at the front of the aircraft we have the writing of Saudi Arabian Cargo, both in English and in Arabic, and we do of course also have the flag of Saudi Arabia, as the airline is the flag carrier of the country. We do also have plenty of marking sensors and small hatches across the fuselage, and next to the petrotubes we in fact also find the IATA logo. And unsurprisingly, given how the fuselage looks, the cockpit section itself is also highly detailed with loads of small sensors and markings, like for example the last letter of the registration code. But of course we also have the cockpit windows with the window wipers, also here some sensors, and above the cockpit windows the emergency hatch for the cockpit. Or underneath the nose we find the Saudi Cargo branding. Then we can take a look at the engines, or more specifically the engine nacelles. They have been kept in all white, just as the belly of the aircraft, but we do of course have the silver leading edge, the Rolls-Royce logo, as well as some other small markings and hatches. Now when it comes to the physical detailing, I must admit I'm not the biggest fan of how the engine nacelles have been shaped, but overall the combination of the physical detailing with the lovely print, I think the engines actually look rather nice. And then we can also take a quick look at the wings, starting off with the top side, where we can see we have the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out rather nicely. We also have some different shades of grey for additional detailing. That's the top side. Then the underside, I think that looks actually really nice. Here we also have the full registration code of the aircraft once more. And of course we also have the landing lights added to this wonderful aircraft model. The landing gear for me, however, is a little bit of a letdown. It's definitely not nearly as nice as with other 747 releases. Also the fact that in the main landing gear, the two inner pairs of the landing gear, they're actually rather loose. They're just wobbling about. That's not so nice. Also the front landing gear could look much nicer. It's not bad, it's just that we have seen it better with other manufacturers. But at least if you look at the belly of the aircraft, we can see some very nice printed details and a hole in fuselage for a stand, which was not included with this aircraft model. However, I did get this model secondhand, so I can't promise you if there should be a stand included or not, but in my case there wasn't. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back of the aircraft, and you can see how nicely detailed also that is. Also here at the front of the aircraft, and then of course also on the other side the main hatches for the cargo holds here in the back of the aircraft, and of course also at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 747-200F in the standard livery used at the time this aircraft was still in active service of Saudi Arabian Cargo from Sky 500 and of course in Scale 500. So what can we say about this aircraft model? Overall, I just have to say it is a very nice aircraft model. The print quality is excellent and the amount of details added to the model is awesome. The physical detailing is a little bit more of a mixed bag. Overall, it's not terrible, but of course the landing gear could be better. The same goes for the engine nacelles, but as I mentioned in the intro of the video, the model is from 2010, and for that I think it is acceptable. So I think it's another prime example of what the standard for a die-cast model in Scale 500 could be if the manufacturer actually cares about their product. So of course my conclusion is that this aircraft model is absolutely worth having in one's collection. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.